Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great male son of the world. Shalom to all the brothers doing work, sharing truth. Um, saw this article and it reminded me of in the UK, I think it's like over a year now. You had an article come out where you basically had one of the top factories that produced meat in the UK was saying like, you know, given, knock-on effect of Brexit, and various other aspects, you essentially said it's the end of cheap meat, you know, in the UK, like in the supermarket, the prices people have been used to, for years, like decades, were basically going to change up because there were things happening down the production line where as soon as they kicked in, uh, their full effect, it was a wrap. And then now as well, just seeing this, where it's talking about bird flu and whatnot, it then looks like there's there's a viable reason to be looking like there can be shortages because you already have it over here. Over here you got the hell is it called? Nando's. That's it. Nando's, where they had to shut certain locations because they ran out of chicken. And that's one of the top, like that Portuguese style peri peri chicken that they do. Um, that's one of the top spots in England where people kind of go for that. So for them to be shutting locations, that means that it was getting dire. And now, you got what looks like another shortage, which, for this winter, it's just yet another thing on the pile, man. So that's on root. Well, Yahoo is from Reuters. Says U.S. nares record poultry deaths from bird flu virus type complicates fight. Says a near record number of U.S. chickens and turkeys have died in this year's outbreak of avian flu, as a different form of the virus than farmers battled before has infected more wild birds that then transmit the disease, officials said. More than 47 million birds have died due to the infections and cullings. This has spurred export bans, lowered egg and turkey production, and contributed to record prices of the staples ahead of the US holiday season. The outbreak exacerbates economic pain for consumers grappling with soaring inflation. In 2015, 50.5 million birds died in the deadliest US outbreak. So that's already like, 3.5 million off. And I'm thinking like, there's still time to go, especially with now, like the worst season essentially for these things, winter coming in, where these things spread. You can have it blow up. And it also is a thing where it might roll into where, people might be getting infected, but we'll see. It doesn't seem like there's a shortage of problems, of hassles for people to be stressing over, what they're gonna catch. Nation's worst animal health event to date. It says the farmers are fighting a subtype of H5N1 strain of the virus that survived over the summer. Then rising temperatures typically reduce avian flu, said Rosemary Sifford, chief veterinary officer for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The same subtype, known as the goose Guangdong lineage, is spreading in Europe, she said in an interview. Europe is already suffering its worst avian flu crisis, with nearly 50 million poultry killed. So yeah, in Europe, from when they're saying poultry, it seems like it's more than just the birds. It's spread to a bunch of other animals too. And, in Europe, 50 million, that's no small number. Now, obviously, then it'll say it. Officials are finding a subtype in a broader range of wild birds, such as ducks, that in the past seemed to live in and it seems to live in the birds longer, Sifford said. An elevated threat for infection may persist until summer. The US is monitoring wild birds for avian flu and 4 migration paths. What does it say? Okay. Because there was something else. Already done. Okay. It says in Minnesota, the nation's top turkey producing state suffered infections in 2 commercial flocks in late August after going 3 months without cases. USDA data show the state then saw more cases in September. Seeing a spike in August was not something that was expected, said Ashley Coles. After infection, it takes about 6 months to decontaminate farms and resume turkey production. Did I miss what I was going to read? Okay. No. Resume turkey production. Okay, so it says Minnesota-based Homo Foods. Okay, retail price for boneless, skinless turkey breast reached a record $6.70 per pound last month, up 112% from a year earlier and 14% from the previous record from 2015. Turkey meat production this year is set to drop 6% from 2021 to 5.2 billion pounds. So yeah, because obviously it's coming towards Thanksgiving and whatnot in the US, and then Christmas, that turkey cost is going to be felt. But then there was another one as well. So it says US farmers who face high costs for feed and labor were already cutting production before the outbreak due to declining profits. And I think it's been known for a while that a lot of US like farming and whatnot is subsidized. Like they have to get money off the government to basically make it so they can even operate, because they're not able to make ton of profit. But they maintain those farms so that the US has like domestic food production for a bunch of things. I think it's similar for the UK as well. So it says high cost of feed and labor already cutting production before the outbreak due to decline in profits. Inventories of turkey breasts in cold storage facilities reached a record low this year. Indiana turkey farmer Greg Gunthorpe said grocers, online retailers and other buyers have called searching for whole turkeys and breasts. Antibiotic-free turkey breasts are selling for $7 to $9 per pound wholesale, compared to about $3 before the C-19 pandemic. Turkey market right now is the craziest I've ever seen. Yeah, I feel like there was one thing I missed. Where was it then? Country ahead of holiday season. Nah, maybe I mixed up. But yeah. The outbreak is in Vietnam. I feel like there's something else I saw, but I ain't spying it. But yeah, it's obviously, and these things usually hear about, and then either drops off, or you might just have it pick up over time until it hits like a crisis point and you start seeing it on BBC and CNN and these other news sites will kind of pick it up, to start blowing it up, just to the public. But as far as for now, it's just kind of been sort of spoken about. We'll see, because if you do then start getting shortages again, hey, or the price will skyrocket too. People are going to be feeling that burn, man. Especially chicken and turkey. Well, turkey really for Christmas over here. People will be hurting. Amos 5:18, it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Jehovah is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, and went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Yeah, so with, uh, time of judgment, as Esau's kingdom was winding down, what you have Day of the Lord coming in, and it's not going to be something that's that's joyous, that's glad. There's just going to be everyone just running around with flowers and rainbows and having fun. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be fucked. It's gonna be peak as hell. Everyone's gonna be out here getting hella people. Gonna be getting tested, man. Gonna be getting tried. And it's gonna be one thing after another. One thing after another. The thing with that example is what? It's like he's thinking, okay, you got the upper hand in one realm of the situation. Then next thing goes on, he's like, oh shit, wait, okay, and then the next thing, man thought he's getting a rest, and then the serpent was just there, just bit into his hand, and that's how it is now, with these events happening. You check the news, it's just like, damn, it's one thing. You're thinking like, okay, they're passing this law, allowing them to force X, Y, Z. Then afterwards, you're like, what's okay. There's food issues, there's energy issues, there's all kinds of things being pushed out back to back. And then what Ezekiel 5:16 says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Yeah, that staff of bread's going to be done. Evil arrows of famine going to be felt, not just among Israel, among the whole world. Everyone in the world is going to be feeling them evil arrows. Because why? Now's the time of judgment, of when those are the elect. Well, the whole world really is going to be tried and tested. Huh. And that having an empty belly, that's going to be one of the top ways people are going to be getting tested, man. Because that hunger, that starvation, that pushes people, man. And, this circumstance with the chicken, with turkeys and whatnot, that's how you can see these things come to pass. Combination of factors. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom.